coach here at the Right Foundation for the Realization of Human Potential.
George Miller, career coach, executive presence coach, life coach, working here at Right Foundation for like 9 years. And I am going to pass this phone that Caitlin Myers has teed up for us with something that Phil is going to read to me. I've never seen this before. He's never seen this before. Your job here is to just read this to me and I'm going to respond.
Okay, so you ready to go?
Ready to roll.
So background, I am a 26-year-old female, just started my first job after finishing my master's and work in a department with another colleague, a 27-year-old female named Thea, who joined the company 2 months before me. She is currently in graduate school, and I'm amazed at how she is very efficient and fast in her tasks. I noticed that Thea is always assigned complicated tasks despite being new to the company, and I wanted to join the projects that she's in so that I can learn from her. Initially, Thea was fine with it, and I learned that she is someone who will implement very strict timelines in order to get things done. I had trouble keeping up because I wasn't used to having such deadlines, but she would just tell me to be faster next time and move on. Recently, she put up a huge whiteboard at her desk, which detailed all her meetings and tasks for the month. I was very impressed with the setup and asked her what the tasks on her board meant. She became very irritated when I asked if there was room for one more teammate, and she finally snapped and said, "Not everything with my name needs you involved."
What?
I was surprised at her hostility, but just thought she was having a bad day. But ever since, she's been very distant and just generally difficult to work with. She wouldn't be as helpful as before when it came to retrieving documents that I need, implemented tougher deadlines, and would just avoid me by going home earlier. I felt that she was creating an overly hostile work environment that was affecting my productivity, and felt like the right thing to do was to report her to HR. I did so, after collecting some evidence, and HR said that they would talk to her. Well, the talk didn't seem to go well because now our boss has told me just to stay out of her way and remove me from all projects that involves her.
I wish you'd get out of my life and shut up.
He has even been moved to another section in the office, closer to our seniors, who I've heard been trying to placate her to stop her from leaving. I'm conflicted as I don't want to ruin my workplace relationships, but it's very difficult to work with her, and I did what I thought was the right thing to advocate for myself.
This goes kind of two ways. I don't know who you are, so it's hard to say. At first I was like, here's a rising star in the company, sounds like they're kicking ass, and you're cramping their style. Okay, I kind of get that, but they also do need to learn how to lead. They need to learn how to manage. And so it sucks. It's a painful thing. So I don't think that you're the asshole.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to take a risk on this one and also say, given that the senior leadership is bringing them along, I'm also questioning your social intelligence, your ability to work with others. Like, there's a way in which you kind of putting yourself in there. Like, I don't totally trust your post here, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me if you might be the asshole if you are a passive-aggressive asshole. And you might not be aware that you are. I just don't have enough information here. And probably, as in most things, it's often a combination of both. It's probably like a level of communication. I would highly recommend you getting some coaching on this. If you can learn how to work with somebody like this effectively, it will serve you hugely in your entire career. So that's the thing you want to look out for, is how could you be being the underhanded asshole? I don't give a fuck about the HR thing. I don't know if I can say that on here. We can bleep it out. I don't know that I care about that. I think it's appropriate to go to HR to do some of this stuff. But there can also be a fair amount that you can do just in terms of your own development and level of communication, where you don't, bring in kind of more drama and that stuff. So that's my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Oh, so I get to go too?
Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. I'm lost. This is a good one. This is a good one. I'm kind of stuck on this.
So one thing, I definitely don't think passive aggressive asshole, but I think like you're in the wrong here.
Yeah, that's right.
If we're gonna go right, wrong, because the thing is that you've got a high performer and you're getting in her way. And if the goal is for the company to do well, which that is the goal, the idea is you support her in the way that she needs to be supported. You are making Thea come to you and do stuff for you and train you, but it's your job to get trained. And if Thea's not the person to do it, find someone else, but it's not her job to train you. So you go into HR, that's fine, but that's a little bit of like telling the teacher like what's not going right between you and another person, and just instead of just sorting with them. Or if it's not working with them, go somewhere else. And also, like, if you need help with those things, that's great. There also seems to be a little bit of jealousy with Thea, and I love that you're trying to learn from her, but I think the idea is that, like, it's not working for her. And, like, with what George Donald said, if the senior staff, the staffers are valuing her and moving her over there, you're probably at risk, to be honest. And so I would really look at where you could improve your performance and what is it that is getting in the way of you just supporting Thea and kind of knowing your role. I think that's a really important thing. It's like knowing your role. And if you're not as good as Thea, but you can support her and you can support other people in the company, you all of a sudden become very important and helpful. And so not everyone needs to be a leader in that sense, like the front of the line leader. You can lead from it. I don't get that sense from her, though. I really no. I don't get the sense that she's trying to get. The fact that she went to HR gives me the impression that she's literally hurt and she's trying to like learn from Thea. I didn't get the sense. I don't get like the passive aggressive, like conniving moves to like build her up in the company. I do think she's trying to learn. I just don't think she's a high performer. I think she's slowing Thea down. I just don't see her as going after Thea or like trying to get credit for stuff. But that's my read on it. I don't know about you two.
That's great.
I don't see it.
I think all of these are sweet. I'm thinking about that comment as well. And if you are going,
Thea's competitive. Thea is
Yes.
competitive, and Thea needs to have her name on things, and that's what's going on. And this person's not catching on to that and just trying to learn and be a part of the things. But we need Thea, right?
So it's kind of like if we're going to go into personality styles, Thea might be the regulator.
Yeah. This
And
person's a cooperator.
Total cooperator, maybe an analyzer too.
Yeah.
And it's like, so if you can learn to build this relationship, I loved what you said about like learning how to align with her. And one of the things we talk about too in some of our trainings is the first follower and how powerful the first follower is. And if you could like be her follower, that might be amazing. And you could build allyship with her, have her like want to support you through whatever it is you do in your career by really having her back. So I don't know. I hope this helps. And I love, this was a great Am I the Asshole?
Yeah. Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay. One more thing is like it's a huge skill and gift to learn how to enjoy other people's talents rather than being threatened by them, or in your case, have to learn them. There are some skills that people have that you're just not going to get, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I've had that happen most of my time on teams, you know. So like most of the time, I'm around people that have stuff that I'm just not going to get, and that's okay. But to enjoy it, to actually learn how to enjoy it, is kind of sweet. I mean, learn from them, great, but there's just some things you're not going to learn.
Yeah. Well, there's some things I have no intention of learning.
Yeah.
And it's been really nice to stop like beating myself up about that and like pretending that I'm going to, and instead just say, you know what, you kick ass at this and I'm going to just like cheer you on with it because that's more fun for both of us. So.
Does asshole mean that she is like intentionally screwing up, or is she in the wrong? She's in the wrong.
Like, yeah.
I think she's off. I think she's off. She's missing it. She's not seeing it.
So,
This might come from, tends to be that we're all assholes and it's a matter of how you're being an asshole, and is it helping you or is it not helping you? Is it supporting your team? Is it not? So I would say yes, you are the asshole.
You know something? You're right.
And it's just a matter of like, are you an asshole with purpose and support to your team?
That's beautiful. I know. I think that's the way to say it. That's it. That's right there.
So cool. George Miller here, wrapping this up. Subscribe if you like this. Please let us know what you want us to respond to. you can email us. We'll throw that link down there. Of course, schedule coaching. If you've got something that you really want to work on, set up a time to talk with me or one of my colleagues, and we'll provide all that in the links below. All right, take care.